Hello, everybody.
Hello, sir.
How are you? Nice to see you.
You good?
You know, we're flying over right now. We're flying over a thing called the Gulf of America. And we're flying right over it right now.
Attention on board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention out the right side of the aircraft. Airforce is currently in international waters, for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America.
Make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go.
Have you talked to Mexico about this? Do they have
Actually, interestingly, I've never spoken to him about it. It was our call, and I have not spoken to him about it. I've spoken to him about many other things, but I haven't really talked to him about this.
Gulf of America, Canada, Greenland, Gaza, all these are very muscular foreign policy. How does this align with America First?
Because it makes us bigger, stronger, and better, and more protective. We need Greenland because of national security, international security, world peace. If they became our 51st state, it'd be the greatest thing they could ever do. They don't pay very much for military, and the reason they don't pay much is they assume that we're going to protect them. That's not an assumption they can make, because why are we protecting another country?
Would you agree that it's a more aggressive foreign policy than your first term? And why is that?
It's more aggressive, it's better. Why? Because I think I've had a lot of experience. And in my first term, I was fighting everybody because they were very aggressive toward me. A bunch of lunatics like Pelosi and all of these people, they fought me, and we won. You know, I had a lot of other things that were going on there. This time it's much more, they've lost their confidence. I think they've lost the respect of the American people. Waste, abuse, and when a president can't look for fraud and waste it.
Sir, can you tell us about your conversation with Vladimir Putin?
I don't want to do that now. No, we're trying to end that war. It's a war that would have never happened if I were president. It would have never happened. But we're making progress, but I can't tell you.
All these are very muscular foreign policy. How does this align with America First?
On Putin again, you realize if you don't clarify that, everyone's going to assume you're talking to President Putin regularly. Are you?
It makes sense, but I don't want to talk about it. And if we are talking, I don't want to tell you about the conversation. It's too early. But I do believe we're making progress. We want to stop the Ukraine-Russia war.
You're starting to put together a plan for like a peace formula or for some sort of resolution.
We're talking to both sides.
Okay. And then on Japan.
And just to clarify, I know you don't want to tell us about your conversation with President Putin, but can you clarify whether you had that since you've been in office, or whether it happened before you became president?
I've had it. Let's just say I've had it.
As
And I expect to have many more conversations. We have to get that war ended. It's going to end, and we have to get it ended.
Do you expect to meet him in person anytime? Putin. Do you anticipate meeting with him in person?
I imagine I would be meeting with Putin, yes, at the right time.
The ship that is now going around here. So if you want to maybe get a better view.
You found some maybe questionable expenditures, or Elon Musk has found them?
Some questionable. What Elon and his group of geniuses have found is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And that's just in U.S. AID. Soon we're going into education. You'll find the same thing but bigger. Soon we're going into the military, and you're going to find a lot of bad things happening there.
Why does Elon's financial disclosure remain secret?
Because nobody's looking at that. We're looking at all the corruption that's taking place. I mean, his financial disclosure is largely the number of shares that he's got in very public companies, and that's not secret at all. If you read that, you'll see a lot.
Do you think the amount of spending on foreign aid will decrease also? Or just the number of employees?
It should decrease. When we have $36 trillion in debt, And we're taking care of countries that are very rich. We're announcing steel tariffs on Monday. Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff. Aluminum too. I'll be announcing probably Tuesday or Wednesday at a news conference reciprocal tariffs, and very simply, it's if they charge us, we charge them.
When is it going to go into effect, sir?
Almost immediately. Every country will be reciprocal.